Welcome to AlphaX. I'm Xenodactyl. We'll be casting for you guys today, and we are getting underway with our first set on Cyber Forest. It will be Light versus Master Noodle. Oh, I forgot to get liquids. Oh well, I'll do it later. Let's see what players are just about ready as we are in lobby and gonna be underway momentarily. Just checking a couple things. Where is the link? Oh gosh. Okay, well. It appears my computer doesn't want to work on Twitter. Okay, we'll come back to that later. Master Noodle is ready, and Light should be in a moment. Anyway, this is gonna be a PvZ on Cyber Forest. Cyber Forest is one of the new maps. It features a shorter rush distance, relatively linear pathing. And let me think. Anything else about Cyber Forest worth noting for a PvZ? The ramp is smallish. Third is not really sure what. Both thirds are feasible for the Protoss, but I think I do feel like one is going to become favored at some point. I just don't know if we have enough play yet in the PvZ meta for people to settle on one side or the other. But there are 2 third locations, and they'll be we'll just have to wait and see, because like there are rocks and you're down on the low ground and there's sizable high ground. But anyway, starting in the lower right hand side of the map as the blue Protoss representing AlphaX, it is Light. And to the upper left as the pink Zerg representing Forge First Gaming, it is the pink Zerg Master Noodle. Okay. This is a best of 5. See that gateway coming out for Light. And the gas. So looking standardish. And yeah. So what I was talking about is like this third is easy enough to get to. Or this is as a possible third, but then the rocks, and then you have this high ground here and high ground here that you're having to defend from. Whereas this third is on the high ground, but then it's a much larger ramp space, and like some people don't always like that distance up this ramp and over to this one. So I don't know what people are gonna settle on just yet. gonna see the standard gate nexus. And the first 4 lings are gonna move out across the map for Master Noodle, looking for that adept, and just whatever scouting they can get done. Well, they're actually gonna find their way straight in. This is actually a lot earlier. The adept didn't even start, so this must have been a pool first opening and I just wasn't paying attention. Probes are going to block the ramp at the bottom here. They clean up the lings with only 1 probe death, so that's actually not too bad for light. Good probe micro, not losing a whole lot off of that. And I think he had a zealot started, but cancelled it in favor of the adept, and it is now across the map. Gonna get 2 drones already, looking for a third. He does in fact get it, and the adept will fall before it gets the chance to shade away. Stargate is going to go in the wall, and they're implying a normal game. Overlord is in position and queued to scout the main. It's not going to go very far in, not going to find not really aware of where the pylon positions are. And the other one is also going to go in. That is queued to hit the deep run. And with those 2 scouts and the Oracle first coming out of light, Master Noodle should get the full scout. Oracle is now going to poke the natural. Going to get a couple more drones before getting away, looking for another. At third, it does find it. And all is well in the land of light versus Master Noodle. Not too much going on just yet. He is going to take his gases. He is getting his additional gateways. This is pretty bread and butter even at this stage of the game. Like, yes, we had some early pressure from a faster pool, but it didn't really find much purchase, and the Roach Warren is going down at a normal safe timing. Could be a little faster, I guess, if there was like some crazy pressure, but nothing like that was scouted or implied from the way light opened, especially seeing the Stargate straight in the wall. Lings are going to try and shut down this third. The Adepts are not quite in a nook or cranny, so the Lings are going to get good surface area on them and deal with them expediently. A couple more Adepts are going to trot over, and the Lings will back off for the time being. Gonna regroup at home, it appears. We do have a Spire on the way for Master Noodle. Muta's... I don't know if he intends to commit to Mutas or if he's just getting this in the event he sees opportunity. I don't think that's what he wants to be doing though, given that this is triple Stargate. So like, a lot of Oracles are going to be coming out for Light right now, and they don't deal well with Mutas, but the moment Light finds any opportunity or finds any reason to make phoenixes instead, he will be able to produce them en masse. So, this is shaping up to be kind of difficult for the pink Zerg. The oracles are now going to reveal themselves in defense of this third. They will handily shut down the Ling Roach force. And Master Noodle has built the mutas. We're not gonna find much this game. He may have to go into Corruptors, but I don't know. Okay, and like that, he finds the mutas and should be starting up. Yeah, there are 3 Phoenix in production immediately. Not even the mutas haven't even gotten to cross halfway over the map, and they're already having to come back 2 charge lots and a Phoenix to deal with charge lots and a Phoenix. And it is just not the situation Master Noodle wanted to find himself in. Charge lots are going to gut the third, and the Phoenix are now going to intercept the mutas. Their days are numbered. There is no escape from these flying terrors, and Light takes a commanding lead. The supply is not yet reflected that, but it will shortly as the oracles are getting on top of the drones, and the Phoenixes have cleared out the mutas. Master Noodle now going to advance across the map for a counterattack. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. But there's just too many charge lots here. There's no way that Master Noodle is going to breach this location. Phoenix lifts going on the roaches so that the charge lots can get on the underside of those lings first before having to deal with the higher tanking capacity of those Meteor Zerg units. And Light is in pursuit, and I just don't know how Master Noodle is supposed to recover from what would be, I mean, I don't believe there's such a thing as build order loss per se, but it was definitely a severe disadvantage in openers. And Phoenixes are going to lift up the remainder of these roaches so that charge lots can get on top of these lings, and Master Noodle will tap out. Light taking the first game. Okay. I'm going to get liquids and my tablet so I can see the chat. Is not yet reflected that, but okay. Let's check these settings. Didn't get to just give you guys some music. So yeah, fairly straightforward. Oh, error. There we go. Our next map will be on New Repugnancy. Will be Mamba versus Hyonra. So ZVT. What just happened here? Okay, let's just do like that. They've requested a minute to, I'm not sure, but it's well within their rights. Probably just collecting himself. Perhaps he needed to get his drink. Fluids are very important. And yeah, we'll be underway shortly. Alrighty. Hey, Jay Skippy. Yeah, this is Mamba, so we get to see some Zerg. I actually haven't gotten to see Mamba play too much. But so this should be a treat. And spawning in the upper right as the orange Terran representing Forged first, it is Hyonra. No G. And to the bottom left as the green Zerg, it is the Serpent of AlphaX. It is Mamba. And we are at... Oh, we should... How does it work? There we go. And, yes, okay. So, you're watching the ATL EU Pro Division. This is game 2. Light took the first game versus Master Noodle with some Oracle Phoenix, Charge Lot, kind of shut down or hard countered the Muta play and secured a lead for Mamba. I'm gonna see how this plays out. Now, this being New Repugnancy, it is one of the newer maps again. I could tell you a lot about this map if we were talking about cannons, but beyond that, I'm not sure what I have to say on this map. It's kind of because of the linear pathing, it's not actually that long. That's natural to natural. Like there's not a whole lot of terrain features to block up a rush across. I mean, it's kind of windy, I guess, but not terribly so. Like, this is not year 0 is what I'm saying. In that, like, year 0 will just take forever to get across because the map is huge. Mamba opted to go for the kind of line expansion. I think that makes a lot of sense against the Terran. You just don't want to be dropped from main to third over and over again. Reaper is going to pop up into the main as the Stalker was there to push it out of the natural. Okay, good save by Mamba, not going to let that drone fall. Instead, making a Spore Crawler temporarily. And, yep. Lings from Mamba are going to go in and see what is up on the Terran side of things. Has not found a natural. Not really willing to... okay, there goes the Ling. It is going to go up the ramp, and it does see the CC as well as the Forge with the refractory, or reactor, yes. like my brain is like trying to think of... Anyway, it is morning. Hello world. Still sleeping is Xeno. Oh man, you get zombie Xeno today. Don't worry, there's plenty of hype for these games. Yeah. So Hellions are out, and the Banshee with Cloak is underway behind this. So a pretty common 1-1-1. There was a need for some extra supply somewhere. And the Overlord Scout is going to run in and confirm all of this. It will probably die to this Marine in the process, but this is well worth the information, just to see that everything is normal and there are no like super fast racks coming up off the back of this. What he didn't see, however, was this armory, which could turn these into Hellbats. That would have been nice, but I think Mamba should be okay. He's gonna get his own Baneling Nest with all of this. His lair is also going down. Actually, this is a little bit scary. He doesn't really have a super high win count, or queen count for that matter. And these Hellions are gonna, or Hellbats instead, are gonna go to town. Maybe he did need to see that armory. Okay, it is just 4 Hellions left. And the Lings are popping out, so Mamba is going to be okay. He did lose 8 drones, but for the...
Game paused.
Oh. Looks like Mamba is asking for a pause. Oh, hotkey issue. Huh. That... for a hotkey issue, that was very impressive if you had to scramble a little bit. Oh man. Anyway. Oh yes, they do allow the So he saw the 1-1-1, but he didn't see the armory, which was kind of the tell that they had the ability to transform into
Game resumed.
more than just like. Then he would know it was like serious aggression and not just or more serious aggression. But losing only 8 drones, this is not the end of the world. Like, he still has his queens, he can inject and catch back up economically. He was looking for a hole in this wall, but it is not to be found. And the Banshee did survive and come home. Mamba is still ahead on workers, yes, but I think he would have wanted a little bit more. Hellions are going to come out. Like, it was kind of even-ish, I feel. Like, that was some investment for Hyunra. Actually, this could be a good catch, as these Lings are going to come at the Hellions from behind. Good Micro is going to actually allow the Hellions to clean up those Lings. Okay. Very mobile and slippery are those fiery units, barbecuing those Lings to their deaths. But overall, it's a fairly normal game. We are going to get mech out of Hyunra, and his third is established on location. So I do think that this is a pretty decent map for mech, with this third being positioned on the high ground, and like it's going to be very difficult for Mamba to engage into this location with the conventional Zerg units. However, there are other things like Swarm Hosts that kind of negate the cliff space, or mutas, I suppose. I guess missed the Banshee harass on this side. Didn't really find much purchase on drones, but did put on some pressure. And 1-1 is, or actually that's okay. Clearing some creep with the Banshees. Hyunra doesn't want that to go out of control. Hydras are popping. I don't know if Mamba has. What has Mamba seen?
Enemies taking out a creep too.
All he's seen is that initial opening. I'm not sure if he's aware he's facing mech. Did he see a sec? No, he did not see a second.
Evolution complete.
So he hasn't gotten to scout since the. I don't know if Mamba is gonna be ready for this. Like, he's on Lingbane Hydra, which is a good composition, but I feel like he would have liked something plus this, or I'm not sure he wants to fight mech with pure Lingbane Hydra. He is going to get a good engagement to start off. He does clean out. Okay, he cleaned out all of the Hellbats, save this one with his Banelings. So he's actually in a phenomenal position, as Hyunra lost his buffer for his tanks. So it's going to take him a lot longer to encroach on this position, and in that time, Mamba can get whatever units he does want for this fight. He probably doesn't have the tech available to him to like get roaches or get something else, but he can just get enough forces really. He took a really good first engagement and is going to clean up the rest with the Hydra Ling force, and this is looking fantastic. He may not have had all the information available to him, but he took the fight that he needed. And with that, he's going to try and push this. I don't feel like that's necessary or wise, as the tanks are sieged there already, and he is going to back off. There is a fourth on location for Hyunra, and other than that, the game's probably just going to continue fairly normally. Mamba has found this fourth, can shut this down. Good kill on that. Actually, he might be able to starve out his opponent this way. Okay, he does have those swarm hosts now, and is going to put on, he's going to generate value with these. So, certain units, like the Disruptor, like the swarm host, they're kind of strong, or what makes them strong is that they can generate value over time. So, in a single fight, not the best, but if there is a situation that allows them to pick off units like this, getting 3 tanks, then they can make purchase, like they can pay for themselves tenfold, and the game just kind of, through the war of attrition, goes in favor of the swarm host, or whatever other unit has that similar mechanism to generate value over time. Actually, Blink Stalkers kind of do that too sometimes. But anyway, a lot of different units have that capacity. It's just swarm hosts, I think, are probably the most notorious for generating value over a given period of time. Gonna get a couple more tanks and a couple other units, and also with that tank line being cleared, the Hydras are able to encroach on this. They're Hellbats and Liberators are going to step up and defend as the tank does come in, and a couple Thors. So Mamba will retreat, but make no mistake, the writing is on the wall. Hyunra is in a dire situation. Mamba has seized control of this game with those first 3 waves of Locusts, and they're just going to keep coming back. Value is going to continue to go in favor of Mamba. He's gone from a Mamba to a Boa Constrictor in this one game, and I just don't see a way that Hyunra is going to break the grasp of Mamba. That was okay. The Thors actually picked off a lot of the Locusts before they landed, and the Hellbats were able to clean up the rest, but the Banelings are going to come in and clear out all of the Hellbats, and now the Hydras can get on top of most of this mech, but tank is going to siege up and push them back. And the swarm hosts are going to launch the Locusts and back up, as Hyunra was wanting to push out, but that is no longer an option, as the Zerg is here. As I said, there's just a lot of room and control for Mamba. He basically controls the map. Lings are going to run into that third. It is in flames while all this was going on, and Hyunra is making his push, and Mamba needs to respect it. But I do feel this is kind of a last attempt from Hyunra to find something in this game. Locusts are going to launch again, and just kind of delay this push. Not really able to fight this engagement. Mamba is... Oh, there's the thing right there. Coming from the top. From behind. this base is in danger, but Mamba is picking away at this force as it does push across the map. There is, like, he's claimed the base. I don't feel like Mamba was terribly concerned about holding that, as he was up several bases to the Terran. One Thor, two Thors will fall, and Banelings are going to crash in from the other side, getting on top of those Hellbats again, clearing out the buffer so the Hydras can get on top of those tanks, and the Queen's stepping up as well. Mamba will take game 2. Okay. So next will be Storm versus Multi. Be a ZVP on, I believe the map is King's Cove. Oh, King's Cove is a... Okay, so King's Cove is the one with the really weird pathing. I think there's two with really weird pathing, but like King's Cove especially. Okay. Yeah, the Thors were pretty good responsively to the Swarm hosts, but I think he needed to, like, he needed medevacs to pick up the Thors, so that, like, he still lost a lot of Thors to Swarm hosts, which was, like, they just needed to get, it's kind of like Immortals that shoot up. Like, they do well, but once the Locusts land, you may not want those Thors as much. Like, they're not going to clear out the Locusts in high numbers, so I just don't know if they're good by themselves. Like, we saw the Thors really clear out the Thors really clear out the Locusts in tandem with the Hellbats. So when the two were together, because then the Thors could deal with the Locusts in the air and the Hellbats dealt with them on the ground. But when he was able to separate the army at all, and it was the Locusts upon the Locust upon just the Thors, or the Locust upon, especially upon the tanks, but or the full force of the Locust on the Hellbats, it seemed like isolated, that Terran comp just couldn't deal with the Locust. Alright. Spawning in the upper left as the orange Zerg representing AlphaX. It is Storm. And to the southeast, as the green Protoss for Forged First Gaming, it is Multi. Alright. Probe going out. Gateway, gas. Looking pretty normal. Hatch first for storm. Hatch gas pool. So, normal on the Zerg side of things. Just waiting to see that Nexus. And then we will have full confirmation, but it does look like, okay, there it goes. Oh, I didn't do the scores and things. Come on. Oh, that's right, it was... Yeah, okay. Multi patrolling the third base location with his probe about to come out. Oh, there's the Stargate. Okay. So we're gonna continue with the standard script of PvZ, where the Stargate comes out and get some scouting, some early defense, and the third goes down at a normal time. Like there's the mid game should also look relatively standard, unless I mean, technically Multi could like go for some charge lot aggression behind the Stargate, but that's unlikely. There is actually a Phoenix coming out as well. So, wait, does he have a? Anyway, 2 Stargate units and gases going down. So, yeah, definitely gonna see a standard mid-game. And completing the wall now with the Robo, so implying an Archon drop. Don't know if... Okay, so Multi did see the gas time, or Storm did see the gas timings of Multi, so there's some indication that there could be like Archon drop or maybe double Phoenix. But seeing the double gas does tell him a good bit. No Spore Crawler here, just a pair of Queens. This Oracle is going to find a lot of damage, in fact. 6 drones do fall. Good start for Multi. There is a Spore in the main and the third, but I'm not sure what happened to the Spore that was supposed to be here at the natural. Wings are out across the map, just in their kind of line of vision. Templar Archives is halfway done, and the Warp Prism is popping out now. On the Zerg side of things, Lair is 2/3 done, and we also see that Roach Warren for defense. pretty normal. Charge is on the way on the back of this Archon drop, as that's gonna allow for that ICA. And here comes the Prism. Phoenix is going to pick up the Queen as the Archons do come out. They are going to kill that Queen and picks up those Archons before they fall. Prism is down past its shields, so it has to be kind of careful, but there's no threat at the edge of this creep where the okay, there we go, does get the Archons before they fall. The roaches will be enough to shoo them away though. Oh, obs. Okay. Oracle is looking for a tag, I think? Maybe? No, he wants workers. He's not gonna find any. There's just 4 there. Oracle is dangerously low, gonna settle for that tag before darting away. Kind of still a precarious location, but Storm not wanting to overextend. His Queen is going to stay on creep. Is that a stasis sword back here? It's nice. Third has been secured for multi. Storm is on the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 gateways total. +1 is halfway done. +1 and Storm should finish up around the same time. I don't know if that will open up a window for him. The game is fairly... I mean, it's just going to be tempo based. Like, it's pretty even both sides. As the Lurker Den is going down, or has gone down, it's halfway complete. And Muscular Augments is just now completing. Creep spread looks like it's gotten some good vision of this right-hand side. Not yet really developed on this lane to the natural, but that's not going to be a primary point of aggression for the Protoss, as there is this bulge here that kind of makes it an awkward place to try to fight. Should that become an issue. Multi has taken his 4th, and Storm is done. So, yeah, we're just gonna see a nice long slugfest, I think. I mean, there's always the possibility of some, like, Miracle Banes just ending the game super early or something like that. And, Multi is actually going to come across this top side, gonna cut through the rocks. Overseer does scout this and does retreat in time. This will be a nice high ground vantage point for Multi, but the Lurkers wait entrenched at the bottom, so nice concave is available for our orange Zerg. Multi is gonna go home as a result. Prism is... okay, it will back out of range. Storms are available, and they do connect with those Hydras for a moment there. Storm is going to retreat and regroup. Another Storm goes down. The Lurkers are trying to step up to engage, but those were some nice Storms. Fortunately, the Lurker from the side actually cleared out a lot of this. At the end, there's just like all these Immortals still. Neither player really has the buffer, though, to want to engage, so they will both pull back to their reinforcements. On this top side here, we have 3 Dropalords. I don't know if they actually dropped anything. I was too focused on the main fight. I may have missed that. Oh, okay. Anyway, Storm is collected on this natural lane, and Multi is not quite in position, so he's gonna come back from the west to kind of engage this. Lurkers are being revealed and will be cleaned up. And Multi is opening his own rocks. Hydras do catch those stalkers that dealt with those Dropalords. But another force from Storm is getting nicely in position to entrench this, and wow. Well, Hydras are good, but if they don't have a buffer, those charge lots will just get right on top, and while they had a nice position, there just wasn't anything to tank for them, so a lot of them went down for just a handful of charge lots, really. And the Storm is like on a pure Hydra force, and I just don't know if that's... he just doesn't really have the buffer. Okay, a couple wings do... Storm is like... I think Multi has defended this adequately. These Hydras are still pretty threatening. Recall will be forced. Gonna get a couple meteor units back here. And Multi is pushing the center lane again. There's still the looming Hydra pack at the natural, don't forget about that. But charge lots are going to be able to clean that up. And suddenly all the attention is back on the Zerg side of things. There's not a whole lot here, as Hydras are that glass cannon, high DPS, but also very soft. And this fourth, or I guess it's the fifth of Storm, it is under threat. And that will almost certainly fall to this Hydra, Mortal comp, as the Hydras just couldn't really stand their ground against that. Lurkers were supposed to be the disengage, but with good tags and Observer to boot, Multi has just eaten through all of the Lurkers, and Storm will tap out. Game 3 going to Forged first. And that will bring out Hino for a game on... what map is this? Kairos against Aster. Ah, dang it. Hang on. There we go. Sorry, Baxter. They need to give us slightly longer timers or like chime us when we're alt tabbed. Okay, we'll be underway just in a moment. And
You said you might have a bio for my mom's car. Still there? The car is only
Kairos. Okay.
And the whole entire dash.
Alright. ZVZ, Kairos Junction. Spawning in the southeast as the Green Zerg. Representing AlphaX, it is Hino. And in the opposing corner for the Red Zerg, representing Forge First Gaming, it is Aster. It's not the same spelling, but I don't know, this name reminds me of Lady Astor from gosh, I don't even remember when she was. I think she was a contemporary of Churchill. But anyway, memory's a little bit fuzzy. And it is morning. I can't expect my brain to be at full efficiency. We are going to see the faster pool coming out of Aster. Baneling Nest is on the way. This feels like it was a 12 or 13-12. I wasn't paying the closest attention. On a short rush distance map, though, this definitely has a lot of potential. Drones are coming down here. Okay, Lings are out. They're going to push back these first 6 Lings. So Hino is actually just fine. Banelings are going to be morphed in the backline here. Aster leading the Lings away from... oh no. Oh no. So those 2 Banelings, they represent a lot of push power for Aster, and Aster is gonna get right up on this natural again. The Lings for Hino have actually decided to counterattack, This is just gonna turn into a bloodbath. There's no way that this goes kindly for, like, this is not safe to be a worker. Don't be a drone. Banelings, lings, everywhere. Ah! 7 drones do go down on the 4 Hino, and pretty even drone losses actually. Oh man, Spine has completed at the main. Who needs economy? What you know how you start this game with 12 workers, okay? Well, back in Heart of the Swarm, you used to start with 6. So this is normal. We have 6 workers for Hino and 8 workers for Aster. You know, Aster decided to invest in a couple extra drones. Hino is the aggressor. I'm kidding. That's not what happened here. Oh man, let me fix the score. I didn't even have time to do this. Okay. 10 workers apiece. Army is pretty even as well, except for the fact that Aster has those banlings! Waddling grapes of death, grapes of wrath. Okay. Yeah. Pretty normal. Huh. Spinecrawler did move from the main to the front of the natural. There is a Roach Warren also going down for Aster. No Roach Warren has started for a Hino. Oh boy. Oh boy. We have a breach, ladies and gentlemen. Lings, Banes are here. A couple more Banelings are, oh god. Decent connections for Hino to start off, but 7 drones do meet their demise to the Banelings. All in all, suddenly Aster is in a commanding position, able to get those detonations. Oh, is it 14-15? Okay. Anyhow. All these different Zerg timings. I play Protoss, I don't know. And, let's see here. Here comes the Roach Force, and this might just be the end. I don't see a way that Hino stops this Roach Force. The Spine does fall. The Queen falls as well. Hino is on the other side trying to do counter-aggression, but that's going to have to come back as there's enough to defend for Aster, and that's going to be game. So we have a tied series. We're going to go to that ace match. And we will see who comes out for both sides. So both players are going to take a moment to select their ace player. The map will be on... Where is the thing? Automaton? I'm guessing it will be Light or Mamba for AlphaX. And probably Multi or Aster for Forge first. And I'm not saying that off of wins. I'm just saying that based off of like skill level. Like they're all very good players, but it's you know, it's kind of how it goes. Good is relative, right? Or like, yeah. So we will be going to that game 5. I think really the turning point of this game was that second attack from Aster. Like the game was still fairly even after that early game aggression. I think Aster just had a better sense of where to go off of his opening than Heino knew. Like he defended, and it felt like he's like, okay, I've defended, now I'm gonna play standard macro-ish, and like Aster is like still has his gas on the his foot on the gas pedal. So like Heino was kind of caught out of position, unable or unawares of the incoming aggression. But I don't know, it's a guess, right? You don't always know what these players are thinking or even how they feel about a matchup. I guess we could look into that, and that might have something to say on the matter. But anyway, soon we will have our next players. So whoever plays here we have seen play already, but they may not or probably will not have played each other. Just based on how the initial games went.
But you know, the thing is, if you're a leader of any size, you're gonna have
Huh. Okay, looks like it's gonna be Mamba versus Multi. So that's gonna be a ZVP. Or I can go play Baxter, that's fine too. I don't think that's what you guys signed up for, but I'll play Baxter. We're similar, skill-wise. Oh no, I don't want to play multi. Mamba, come back! Save me! Could I? I don't know what I'm doing. Overlays. What are overlays? I don't know. We're just gonna keep flipping overlays. Here, let's do this overlay. No, not having it? Okay. Okay, here comes Mamba. Multi-race check. Automaton. I don't know why people want to call this map automation. Like, there's no I between the T and the O. Like, was there a map? I mean, there was King Sejong Station. And have we had other TIONs in the maps besides King Sejong? See, even when you refer to it that way. My brain is blanking. I'm sure there were other maps that had Shun. And that probably fed into this issue that seems to have popped up. But, I don't know. Anyway, automaton. Pronunciation is also one of those things that, like, people always struggle with. Because we want to say certain things based off of how we've gotten used to things. Looks like just about everyone is here and will be starting underway momentarily, and I don't have to bore you with my linguistic lack of information. Or my, I mean, linguistically speaking, people will pronounce, like, rules are established by a collective agreement, not by some English teacher or whatnot. Anyway, we are starting our ace match of this series. It is 2-2. It is a PvZ. It is Multi versus Mamba. Oh, that's gonna be fun casting. At least they don't sound very much alike. They just both start with M. And spawning in the upper right as the red Zerg from AlphaX, it is Mamba.
Game paused.
Game paused. Okay. 1 minute. Perhaps his hotkeys are off again. Someone keeps screwing with Mamba's hotkeys. I don't know. I will introduce the other player once it pauses. Our introduced player has paused the game, so we can build up the drama for our next introduction. No, I don't know. I have no idea what the nature of this pause is. Yes, that is correct. Okay. So we're game 5. Best of 5. Ace match. Automaton. PvZ. ZVP. 14 supply apiece, 13 workers, with 1 in construction for each, pylon and overlord. Yeah. Okay. Looks like Mamba's ready.
Game resumed.
And to the bottom left, as the green Protoss FoFoG first, it is Multi. Okay. So standard openers coming out of both players. Showed up for StarCraft, donated for English lessons. Oh man. So we do have that spawning pool going down. And the probe scout. Gonna just confirm everything is in fact normal, as StarCraft is a game of limited and incomplete information. This is... okay. He'll be fine as long as he just builds this further up, like the next structure has to go like there. Automaton, it doesn't wall... it's a wider wall, so you just have to be like exact with your building measurements. You can't hodgepodge Automaton too well. It doesn't fit if you just kind of throw your wall together, slap some glue on it. No, I'm sorry. Adept is gonna go across the map, and Stargate is back in the main. She's fine. We can close this with a gateway. And if you hear a whistling noise, the tea is done. Or the hot water for the tea is done. Overlord will scout the Stargate. It is ironically queued right to it. He did see it, and Mamba is aware that he will have to get spores this game. It's not something he will have the luxury of skipping. All in all, Phoenix first. Good decision. Your Stargate's been scouted. There should not be the element of surprise for that Oracle. So, why not just get the Phoenix? Why not get the free kill and deny vision of whatever follow-up you may be going for, which will be that Robo. So we will see the Archon drop again. And yeah, gonna look to be a similar game coming out of Multi from the one we saw of him on King's Cove. But Mamba is a pretty different player than Storm, if our initial games had anything to say about it. I don't think we will see the pure Hydra Lurker composition. I'm not sure what we will see out of Mamba, but I think it will be something a little bit different, because, like, I don't know, seeing Swarm Host against Mech, I mean, like, we saw already a Lingbane Hydra, so he might just stay on Lingbane Hydra and not, like, reach for, like, Lurkers so dependent. Gonna see that third coming down at the 5-minute mark for Multi, or at least there it goes. And Temporal Archives Prism is... Oh, it's already out. Derp. Okay. And just maneuvering around the map. Archons are underway. A couple roaches to defend this. And Queen stepping up, kind of... I believe an Overlord saw the direction of the prism. There are 3 queens here, and first queen is going to be picked up, but the other 2 queens are in reserve. One queen does fall to the Archons, but the roaches will create enough buffer for the queens to shoo that prism out. Gonna settle for some creep if he can. He doesn't have an observer with this just yet. It is somewheres. There it is. Kind of trailing. And this is actually a considerable roach count. Mamba may try to counterattack with this once he can... Oh. Okay, he's just gonna go. You went for an Archon drop, which means you're vulnerable to high roach numbers, because... reasons, I guess. And the Archons are gonna have to come back. This is... Oh, good force field. Well, sort of. The roaches are right on top of these sentries. They're gonna fall. That Immortal is all by itself. The Archons do come in, but there's just so many roaches. Mamba is getting right in on the action before any real development of Multi's composition can get off. And the roaches are just dealing so much damage. The shield battery energy is all drained. The Prism Micro has been decent, but one Immortal did fall. And there's just too many roaches. You can't... There's no space. No place for Multi to flee. And this third is just destroyed. The game goes to Mamba. AlphaX takes the series 3-2. So good read from Mamba. He it felt like I don't feel like he had enough information to say my opponent is definitely going for an Archon drop. But he saw his opponent play for an Archon drop. He anticipated that likelihood, and he picked a build that really punished it. So I'm sure he's well versed enough in that build that had it not been in the Archon drop, he would be fine. I guess the most likely thing that looks like an Archon, like the closest thing to an Archon drop that is, or it trades with the double Phoenix, right? Because it has the same gas timings. So had it been double Phoenix, I think his thought process would be that he had that many roaches, it would be hard for the Phoenix to lift everything. But I don't know. At any rate, GG's well played to both teams. There will be another one of these Alpha Team League Pro Divisions, but for the NA side, Friday. I don't know who's playing then, but it will be where did it go? Oh, did it get moved? Am I looking at the right place? I'm going crazy. This is the wrong week. here. Is this it? What's today? Today is the 6th. This is the 8th. Yes, okay. I have found it. It will be Friday. Actually, you will see Mamba again. He'll be... and that will be 4 p.m. Pacific Standard, 7 p.m. Eastern. That aside from Mamba, there will also be BioIce, Estrella, Starkiller, you know, and so yeah, that will be another one you'll want to catch. Saturday, there's another one of these. I don't know the lineup there. And Friday, and also Saturday, there's the Contenders Cup. So lots of action. Stay tuned. I'll catch you all next time. Xeno out.